we're about to go live. What's up, everybody? It's your local hero here with my co-host.
B1, aka the Altar. Bring your problems to me.
Now, before we get into this, you're gonna see me switch between three cigars, and that's because I did something stupid today that you can see on IG. But
Oh,
let's get into our guest.
just
So,
today?
shut up. So, our first guest, my man's in them. He's a motive. He's very motivated. He's very positive. He motivates people to do shit the opposite of me. He's the other hero, the cigar hero. What up, man? Is you free? What up, man? I think he froze. And he's freezing and then coming back. And now our special guest from Dragonetti Coffee. This is the coffee that Cigar Hero is an ambassador for. That he keeps trying to get me to drink, and he keeps pouring alcohol in. And I'm like, sir, I don't drink. Uh, welcome to the show, y'all. Welcome to the show, y'all.
Thank you for having me. Local hero B1 Cody Harrison. Thanks for having me, guys.
Oh, no problem, no problem. Now
Absolutely.
let's get into so for Dragonetti. Why coffee?
You know what? I used to have a podcast just like you guys, and I was hanging out with a guy named Jack Tarano. I don't know if ever heard of Jack Tarano. He used to have a family cigar company called Tarano Cigars, and then he went with the General. I think he's with Espinosa now. And I asked him.
Okay.
I said, Jack, what's the best pairing for what do you like to drink with your cigar? And he goes, be honest, Mel. He goes, some guys like the cognac, some guys like the whiskey or the bourbon, and he goes, some people like beer. He goes, honestly, he goes, I'm Cuban. I like the dulce de leche, the coffee from to pair with my cigar. He goes, that's the best flavor. They're both coming. Most of these beans are coming from the same climate, the same country as the tobacco leaves. And I'm like, oh, that's a great idea. So I wanted to pair coffee with my cigars. I used to travel all the way up in the East Coast in my day job. I'm in software, and I would stop at all these different cigar lounges from Maryland all the way to Boston, Long Island, New York City, Nat Sherman's, Blue Smoke out in Brooklyn, Big Daddy's Long Island, all those guys, all the guys in Baltimore. And you know what? Whenever I wanted to pair coffee, it was always crap coffee. Now, you don't want to drink crap coffee with a premium cigar, you know? That's just like, that's I don't know how to explain that. It just doesn't seem right. You want the best of both worlds. You're gonna spend top dollar in Opus X. You want to have good coffee, but then again, who's got an espresso machine in a cigar lounge that's going to give you the highest quality? So I figured I need to figure out a way how to get good high quality coffee out to the cigar lounges so that people can start doing those pairings. So that's what I did, and I love coffee. There's a couple things I enjoy in life: coffee, cigars, cars, and 80s, especially old 80s freestyle hip hop. Okay, that's old 80s freestyle hip hop. I'm a Long Island guy, so I wanted to create a brand and then include the things that I love: cigars, coffee, cars, and soon we're going to be integrating music into that. Some of the old school guys. So
And see, I like that combination. Well, not coffee for me to be bourbon, but the rest of that I could totally agree with. I'm gonna give your coffee a try. I said I'm gonna give it. I always try. I'm gonna give it a try. I'm not a coffee drinker. I'm a tea drinker. I wake up in the
that's
morning. I have
okay.
tea, and I might Irish it up a little bit, but I will give it a try.
And
I'll
See, I
give it
can
a
go
try.
either. I can go
that's
either
a
way.
that's an interesting thing because uh, in the future we're probably gonna move into alcohol, maybe the kind of like a Bailey's thing to throw into your coffee, So and those Irish whiskeys that go in coffee, especially around the cold months, like a dessert coffee. So as time
There you go.
progresses, we'll go to that. But I love coffee, and it just seems like not everybody likes coffee. Like again, I like bourbon and whiskey. I'm down here. I used to be a Long Island guy, and now I live in the Appalachia of West Virginia. But moonshine's big out here. You know, Got
I got a bottle of that sitting in the house right now. I'm in Southern Maryland. I got somebody got me some of that from West Virginia.
oh, it's good stuff, man, and it's you could use it for antifreeze, start your lawnmower, and drink it.
I was
It's like,
I was gonna say, man, I had some moonshine for the first time down in Florida. I went to go visit my father-in-law a couple years ago. I was like, holy shit. Now, don't get me wrong, like I don't drink as much as I used to, but I thought I was doing pretty good. I was like, hey, I can handle this. I think I took maybe about 2 shots, and I was like, yeah, no, none of that. Nope, nope.
it's an it's an
Nah.
it's an acquired taste.
Yeah. They
I
made
mean,
me they made me
I
shake
like
it.
the taste. It just definitely put me on my ass. I was
Yeah,
like, holy fuck, like
they
what
made
is
me do the
this?
bubble test. They was like, do the bubble test, and I was like, okay. And they said, now take a shot in front of me. I said, well, right now? He's like, yeah. All right. We took shots, and he's like, okay. He's like, yeah, I think you can handle it. And I took like a shot, no, like a shot every once in a while for like 2 years. That shit lasted me for 2 years.
So where are you all guys from? I know that Cody's in Jersey, local. You're in
Now,
Southern Maryland.
I'm from Chicago, but I live in Southern Maryland. We're both from
Okay,
Chicago,
okay.
Yeah.
but he lives in Kansas, and I'm in Southern Maryland.
Man, we're
I'll say,
spread
yeah,
out all over the United
I'm out
States.
here in Lawrence.
Lawrence, Kansas.
Yep. Home of KU.
It's flat out there, like Tornado Alley.
You know what
Yeah.
though? You don't get that many. There's not that many of them though.
Is that right? That's good.
Yeah, I mean, you'll get maybe like during tornado season, you might get 2 or 3 that you'll hear
Uh,
about. I mean, it might be a few more that'll pass over, but it's not nearly as bad as you would think because you think like every day you got 15, 20 tornadoes coming through. No, and usually you
no,
only have one really bad one a year.
tornadoes on tornadoes only hit trailer parks. So oh, that's gonna get us banned. Um, so let me ask you a question, my
It
man
sounds like a
Cole. So how did
Chappelle
you get
moment.
up?
What is that?
We got glazed over there. That's how we keep from getting canceled. Um, so how did you get up with Cigar Hero, man? How do y'all two run into each other?
Power of Instagram, man. So I'm a big fan of a guy out of New York, entrepreneur named Gary Vaynerchuk, Gary V. Some people call
Hmm.
him. And he said, before you even throw your product out there, build your following, build a community. Tell them what you're going to do. And so I just hit Instagram and said, hey, this is what we're planning to do. Before we even launched, I already had the product, but before we even launched it for sale, to test if people were receptive. There's another coffee company out there that niched itself in a certain demographic called Black Rifle Coffee. I don't know if you've ever heard of Black Rifle Coffee, but it's a very pro Second Amendment
Yeah.
kind of a Texas brand, guns and veterans, and they
Hmm.
exploded, and I was like, wow, they have their community and their coffee, and then a part of their proceeds goes back to vets and things of that nature. And part of our proceeds, I mean, we're pretty pumped to, your first public announcement. I'm going to do this on, at least live, so we get to cut our first check and going to donate tomorrow to suicide prevention. That's a big
Awesome.
thing for my wife and I. Scary statistic. Don't want to get off on tangents, but you know what? Second leading cause of death right now,
Yep.
according to the CDC, 10 to 24, 10 years old to 24 years old. Second leading cause of death now is suicide. Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
and
it's crazy.
and then my wife and like said that shit gotta stop. The social media is getting too much on them, and I got to figure out a way how I can develop a product that I can give something back to those causes. And then the other thing is like you go to a lounge, and the coolest thing is I told I forget I was at a cigar lounge in St. Louis called Riverman Cigar, and I was talking to the guys there. There was a cop there, and I'm like, you know what? A cigar lounge is like the last refuge where you gotta slow down, light up a stick, and actually talk to people and listen. You know,
Mm.
and the stigma, especially for men, the stigma is like, hey, I'm not going to tell you my problems. You know, and so a lounge is the best place because you can like slow it down and try to peel that onion and said, "What's bothering you? What's the weight on your shoulders?" I know things are falling apart, but hey, it's nice. There's still hope. So that's why we created Dragonetti Coffee. I said I was going to do this, and then Cody connected with me very quickly because I think he's got IG on like 24/7.
Yeah.
He's always there. I was like he's got one eye open like in life and then one eye open in IG. And I'm like,
Yeah, that's the
yeah.
one above you.
So I was like, I said, cigar hero Cody. So we connected, and I told him what I was doing, and he became quickly passionate about the brand, and said, "Hey, if you're ever thinking about ambassadors, give me a look." And I'm like, "Heck yeah, we're looking for, especially in Jersey." So he's number one. He was the first person we brought on board as far as an ambassador. So and we weren't even pushing it hard. So
No,
Now, Cody, how does it feel to be an ambassador, man?
It feels great. It does. It
Hold on. How does it feel? How does it feel outside of your OnlyFans page to be an ambassador?
But yeah, it feels great, and that it actually helped me. Actually helped me love myself more. Because I have really bad depression, and I have
Hmm.
PTSD and stuff. And when I contacted Mel, he's just been unbelievable. I mean, he's just been great, and he's been helping me even my life to get even better. Because I almost committed suicide a long time ago, almost did, and oop, am I back? Yeah, and I so when
You going in and out?
my problems and a lot of people haunt me and
Hold on.
stuff.
Hold
So
on. Hold on.
I saw Mel and I
Hold on.
knew
Hold on.
what.
Hold on. We got
Yeah.
from you almost committed suicide, then you jumped out, and you came back in. So we missed a
Oh
whole
yeah,
big chunk of the story.
I lost connection. Oh yeah, so so back in the day, I almost committed suicide because of my depression and stuff, because due to bullying and of emergency services, and it just was just so much in my life going on. So when I contacted Mel, and I knew what his goal was, and that he was really big about suicide awareness, to help others out there, to explain that YouTubers, Instagram, and a lot of other people are having so much issues, and that we need to be out there more to help, and to help others to achieve their goals, but not even achieving the goals, but also achieving their mental health. So when I contacted Mel, I just had an awesome feeling of in Mel's heart. Mel's a great guy. I love Mel, and he helped me through a lot. And I'm here and keep on going, and hopefully I can help Mel with his company and grow the company and help others out there, to explain that there is great people out there to help, for help. And if we just do that, and we just focus and just be as a team, and be more effort to help, I think we would be great. Not just in the cigar world, but also in the coffee industries, just around the whole state, the whole country, everything. If we keep on doing this, and maybe go out to schools, or go out to events, and explanate them why we do it and what's in our heart. And I think eventually we can save a lot of lives out there.
Now, see, you
nah,
know what I
that's
like about you? We was about to get canceled, then you pulled us right out of the cancels thing. So thank you and fuck y'all.
oh no, the show's still young. We still got plenty of time.
Okay, cool. Uh, so let me ask you. So you smoke. So Dragon, you smoke cigars. So what is your favorite cigar to pair with your coffee, or do you not? See, I hate asking that question because it's always a tough question because it
Ah,
always goes as it depends.
Yeah.
But do you have a favorite one that you like
I like
with your coffee?
Fat Bottom Betty, uh, Drew
Ooh, that's a
Estate.
good stick.
Yeah,
That's
Okay.
good.
Fat Bottom Betty.
I love
Any of
that
the
stick.
Deadwood. I cut my teeth on when the Acid Cuba Cubas first came out. Back a decade ago, and that was my go-to. And then I kind of moved over to the Deadwood series of Drew. I had the honor to hang out with Jonathan Drew a couple of times in Delaware of all places, and then talk about his brand there. Very, and I'm trying to, believe it or not, I'm trying to emulate his brand in a way of, I mean, not everybody loves Drew Estate Cigars, but man, he's got a loyal following. I
Oh, I
mean,
do.
Hmm.
Oh, I
I
do.
I love Drew Estate cigars. I like what
I
they
like him.
stand
I really
for.
like him.
Yeah, they're
Um,
great.
Now you get around some cigar snobs, they'll like. I was just around one last week, and she goes an acid Cuba Cuba. She said she was an ambassador for some brand. She goes, it's not even a real cigar, and I'm like, how do you define a real cigar? I said, it's not a cigarette. It's not a cigarette. It's the size of a robusto, but
Yeah.
uh, but I like my acids. Rocky Patel Java Mint. That is
Ooh, that's
a
good.
phenomenal stick
Yes,
for
it is.
coffee.
Amazing.
A Rocky Patel Java Mint is phenomenal with coffee.
Now, I'll take
So
your word for it because I'm not a Rocky Patel fan at all. Although,
See,
although
I don't mind.
I
I
will
don't
say
mind
this,
Rocky Patel, but I've been
he made
hesitant on
two
the Java Man
cigars.
because I don't really
So
like
I'm
men.
not using. He made two cigars I like. He made the 55 and the Disciple, and I would send anybody to those two cigars. I really like those. But like as for the rest of it, I'm more into
And
Drew
see,
Estate. I really like Drew Estate.
Mine from Rocky Patel would be the white label. Like I don't know
Right.
why. I just love.
Yeah, I was
I
about to
like
say
that.
that. Yeah, I was about to say it. I'm like the white labels. I like them. They're good. They're all good
I'm
stick.
not
I
a
mean,
huge fan.
in my
I've, there's another one called a nub cappuccino. Have you ever tried
I
those?
do like the nubs. I do like the nubs. I
No,
like the
They're
whole nub
hard.
series.
Nub cappuccino is hard to find though. I mean, it's just really hard to find.
We got some. Actually, we got some at the lounge by me down the street.
I can
They got a
I
couple of
find
those.
I find the other ones, but the nub cappuccinos, and then there's a couple CAOs that are really good to pair with coffee as well that I
I can see
enjoy.
that. I can see that.
Yeah, yeah. So what about you guys? What's your go-to sticks?
mine.
I would say
I've said it 100 times. What's
Go
yours,
ahead.
Hello.
Cody?
Who going first?
Go
Who going
ahead,
first?
Cody.
yeah.
Who going first?
Everybody
I'm
already
sorry.
know what.
I got
Okay,
drum
everybody
roll.
already know
I
what
would
mine
say like
is.
yeah, drum roll. I would say like my father, a Romeo and Julieta. Um, let's see what else. I would say La Cabana, black. That's a really good stick.
Okay.
I like a lot of sticks.
I know.
I
See,
smoke
I know.
mine.
I smoke
smoke
with you
I
on that.
gotta stick with
smoke I
What's
I
B
gotta stick with
ones?
Drew
smoke
Estate.
so many
I
different
gotta
sticks at
I
like
stick with Drew Estate. My number one cigar that I would smoke every day is the Acid Blonde.
Ah, yeah, that's a good
That's mine.
stick.
That's mine. After that, I mean, I'm pretty much open. I like the Superfly. There's a couple different Olivas that I like. Uh,
Have you ever had
and I
this
mean,
one here? Deep dish, acid
no.
deep dish.
I
I had that
haven't
before.
had the
Yeah,
deep
I
dish.
had that one. That's pretty good. I had that one.
Who makes that?
That
For
one,
me,
I haven't seen it out here yet. They've got
I'll
a
send you
lot of
one.
the
It's
Drew
okay.
Estates out here, a lot of the acids out here, but I haven't
I'll
seen that
send.
one.
I'll send it to you. I got you. All right. So if it's me, I'm gonna say Nika Rustica, the Lunatic Loco,
Very nice.
uh,
Very nice.
the
I never tried
LFD
that one.
Digger. That's a good one.
Very
LFD
nice.
Digger. Or if I feel like if I feel like something different, I want to mix it up. I might go that CAO BX3. I really like that one.
Wait,
So my question for you guys:
I'm
have
trying
any
to
of you
get that.
tried
I want to
the
show you
new
guys. Have you guys ever
no,
tried this?
oh, what's that?
What's that?
What is that?
That's the.
What's the
That's
Cubano?
the. This is the Ortega Cigar Company, the Cubeo.
No, I ain't tried that yet. No, I ain't tried that.
I can't. The Cubeo.
Yeah, I ain't tried that yet.
It's
I haven't
pretty
Yeah,
seen
I
that
ain't.
good.
actually.
What about have you guys tried the knuckle sandwich yet? I've been trying to find that.
No, everybody keep telling me
Oh,
about that. I gotta try it.
Yeah,
Everybody keep
I,
telling me about that
actually,
and the street taco.
I'm about to after this stick, I'm gonna go smoke it.
yeah.
It's
That's
good. I got
someone
a
said it
couple
was the
street tacos. They're really
fastest
good.
selling
I
cigar
love
right
street
now.
tacos.
The Guy Fieri at Knuckle Sandwich. I think it's a Espinosa brand, right? Espinosa.
I think so.
Yeah, Espinosa Knuckle Sandwich,
Yes.
and it's
Yep.
from that famous chef Guy Fieri. It's his personal line.
Yeah.
my my favorite
They say
chef.
he got a couple more coming with it too though. They said that's his first one. I didn't know he smoked like that, but apparently the man
Oh
smoked
yeah.
like a chimney. As soon as he putting one down, he
Oh
picking
yeah.
another one up.
Oh he's a
They said,
big cigar.
they said they working on a few of them from him.
You guys got a
Like
favorite? Go
he
ahead.
actually has a taco spot out there in Kansas City that I keep meaning to go to. I just haven't gotten out there yet. I remember when he did the grand opening. I wanted to go so bad, but it was a Saturday, but I was doing something else that Saturday, and I didn't
Probably
get
a
a chance
show.
to go out
Do
there
your
for
work.
it. Yeah, probably. Nah, I
Yeah.
was going somewhere. Like I was out of town that weekend. I was like, damn, because like they were promoting the hell out of it, and it was because I want to say it's in the Power and Light District. Uh, and I was really looking forward to going. I just haven't made it out there yet,
That's a
but I definitely want to go.
what's the
Like
what's the most that you spent on one stick?
$45.
the most. Okay, the most I spent
23.
on one stick was 45. 45 was the most. Although I did have a $75 stick, I just had a discount. No, 50. So it was $75 and
Yeah.
they took $25 off. So that was the 50th. The pardon
10%.
50th.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So yeah, it was like
Nah,
I got it for about 50. That's the most I spent.
I'd
But
say
it was my
mine was
birthday, so fuck it.
23, and that was actually the Rocky Patel white
Which
label that
stick
I
was
had.
that? What do you remember what brand it was?
Who, me?
Yeah, it was. I had the Rocky Patel white label. That was $23 for me.
Okay.
That's the that's the most I've ever paid for one.
No,
That's the
no,
same.
hold on. Now this
That's the same.
this
That's
gonna
the
be
same for me.
interesting. How much did you spend? 23.
Yep.
Hold on. Now, Cody, what's the most you spent on a cigar, Mister Cigar Bid?
I spent like uh,
he he
Oh yeah,
stays
like
on Cigar Bid.
he breaks up
45
now.
$45 and
You, hold on. You was
45
in and out. Hold on, you was
Did you
in and
say
out.
65?
that losing.
Okay, there you go. Okay, try it now.
So can you guys hear me now? Am I good?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, I just want to make sure. I ran like $45 for a stick because of the Opus.
Okay.
Because I love Opuses, but that's the most expensive stick that I've actually bought as one stick for definitely $45.
I'm gonna
Did
get
you
everybody. I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna give it a try because I keep hearing good things about that.
did you feel it was worth it for when you all spent that high dollar on the stick?
Mine was worth it.
I mean, the white label, like I
Yeah,
said, I liked it. It was a good cigar. I mean,
the
I
Opus was
don't
good.
know if I would really spend 23 if it was worth the $23. But I mean, I guess it is what it is.
I mean,
Uh,
I've had some $20 sticks that wasn't worth it. To me, I had that La Paulina 125th anniversary. It was 25, and to me, my opinion, just mine, guys, it wasn't worth it. It was a it was an uncomplicated, like straight through smoke for me. Like it never changed, and I was expecting something
Yeah.
because I like their cigars, but I didn't get nothing from it.
Oh my god, I had the same issue. I had that. Remember, I bought that goat stick for $22 or $21,
Yeah, yeah.
and I
I'm
bought
glad
it,
you
and
did
I
it,
was
so I didn't
so
have to.
dude, I was so excited because I'm like, oh, it's Michael Jordan. Oh my god, it's Michael Jordan. It's gonna smoke so well. Man, I went to go smoke it. There was nothing. It was like a complete dead stick. There was
That wasn't
nothing,
Michael
no
Jordan. They
flavor,
just
no
slapped a name on
contrast.
it.
Yep.
They slapped a name
I
on it.
was so
Jordan
upset.
don't smoke them sticks, man.
I was
Trust me.
like, no.
Jordan stuff. Jordan smoked them sticks is $500 a box, and he only get the boxes. Jordan don't smoke them.
No, I don't know, but
Now
like
I
to
heard the
me
Carl
also,
Malone stick was a big disappointment.
which one?
Carl Malone got a cigar. I heard that was a big disappointment.
Hmm.
I don't like
Mailman.
Carl Malone, so fuck him. But I wouldn't try it.
Yeah.
The Dominique is a good. Dominique Wilkins got a really good cigar. If anybody listen, if you can find the Dominique Wilkins, which I have 3 of them, and I found a place that has them. I'm not telling y'all because y'all not gonna buy them bitches out. Those are really good cigars made by Luciano. So them some really good cigars.
Huh. Dominique, I didn't even know he had his own brand.
I didn't need it, so I was walking through the shop, and the guy was like, "Man, you tried these yet?" I was like, "No." He's like, "These Dominique Wilkins cigars," and I was like, "Oh, should have got his name on there." Those some really good sticks, like $13 a cigar, but they really good. They're well worth it.
Awesome. Man, he should just call them Meeks. Those would be cool. Just Meeks. I'll try that. I'll look for those. So, boy,
Yeah,
that's
that's some good.
that's old. That's old school hardwood right there. Meek Mailman and Jordan, man. You know.
I heard John Stark's cigar was bad too. You know what? Here's my thing though. If you come, for all the celebrities that's gonna come out with cigar liquor, whether it be cigar or liquor or whatever, and you're gonna put your name to it, try the shit first.
Yeah.
And if you don't
Yeah,
partake in
that's something I'd never be able to do. Like I could never attach my name to something that I haven't tried before.
and if you
Because
don't partake in the industry, don't do it.
That's what they said.
Because
Guy Fieri did. He went around making sure that it was a good. He
yeah,
didn't want to
because
attach. He didn't want to
Yeah.
attach his name to a bad cigar. You know.
and
And
Yeah.
he's into it. Like I tried Drake whiskey, and Drake whiskey tastes like somebody described whiskey to somebody and told them to make it. Like it doesn't taste like the person drinking.
I
Carla's a
think
good morning cigar. Good one, Carla.
that's what they said
Okay.
about Conor McGregor's gin that he came out
Now
with.
see, I like his whiskey. I like Conor McGregor
His
whiskey.
gin's
It's
nice.
cheap. I like his whiskey. It's cheap. It's
What's
not. It's.
what's it called
You
again?
can
It's
probably charge.
um, I forgot what the name of it is, but in the green
The
bottle.
the whiskey is proper 12.
Proper 12, yeah, that's it. Oh, yeah. I'm
I
sorry, the
like it.
whiskey,
I
yeah.
like it. Yeah, it's $20, $21. It they can probably charge 30, 35 for it. It's a good whiskey. It don't let you down too much. Um, because he Irish, and that's Irish people drink. Um, like
They
me,
do.
like me, like me. Don't get us canceled. Don't cancel us yet. Like me, I drink too. Don't cancel. Um, but yeah, I mean that's how it goes. Like I think a lot of these guys they just see an opportunity to put their and you got to think like all of us for instance we're building a brand right and you got to
Yeah.
think when you put your name on something that's not a hit that your brand takes a hit your brand starts
Yep, yep.
when you start like how Kiss did, but Kiss just when they hoard out their name, like, everything had Kiss on it. It was like Kiss was up here, then it just started.
Yeah.
So you
Yep.
got to be
Yep.
careful what you attach your
Yeah.
name to when you build your brand.
Yep. Absolutely.
Oh, brand is king, man. Brand is king because uh, when times get tough, if you still got a strong brand and still good product, your people still will support you. You know, so but that's very very true. Local heroes is brand is extremely important. I mean, we've seen it in a lot. Shoo, we've seen it in a lot of things. So
Now, speaking of brands, let's talk about your brand. And how have you built your brand and gained your following with your brand?
you know
Like
what?
like like for go ahead,
Uh,
yeah.
thank you for asking. That's interesting that you did ask that. Um, so it seems like everybody out there is trying to build a brand. Uh, I mean, we're all into this world of being influencers and building your self brand so that you can create opportunities for me at least, and by the way, I'm an old fart. By the way, you probably I hit 55 this year, so
Okay.
I'm so
Yeah.
but I'm hold on a second. I hear a big truck.
You look good, Mel.
it's it's this Filipino pearl cream I put on my face every night. I'm just joking.
Mhm.
So uh, but the it's just making sure that you're. I think first of all that you're transparent and you're genuine because everybody can tell fakers out there. First of all,
Yeah.
and so I tried it from the very beginning, saying, hey, we're true about this crap. I love cigars. I love stories. I love getting people's stories, about things. I love cigar lounges. Cigar lounges is the best place to get people's stories because you sit there and you just listen. I've talked to guys from Vietnam. I've talked to guys from pro football, from on the Packers, just guys that just sat on the bench to music artists, and it gives them time to slow down and just get to listen to people. So I think first for my brand, what I'm doing is I'm trying to listen to people more than kind of just saying,
That's
"Hey,
awesome.
I'm the best. I'm this. I'm that." I'm just a humble guy, I'm just like a normal guy like everybody else, trying the best to leave a legacy for my wife and daughters. So that's kind of the brand I'm at. I don't know if it's gonna work. I mean, if I were a girl, with a very attractive girl, this brand probably explode through the ceiling, but I'm not.
Yeah.
So so I'm just trying to build from the ground up and build true true relationships, true friendships. I mean, really, I've met guys at cigar lounges once, and they became lifelong friends. They still call me to this day. We get through all the BS, and they said, "Okay, I see you're genuine. You're not trying to pick my pocket. I can see that you really care about people." And they, from Boston, Long Island, they said, "Hey, when's the next time you come in town so we can share a stick? My wife wants you to come over and try her casserole or her lasagna." How what kind of it's hard to be in a society like that now because it's hard to trust people anymore. You
Yeah.
know,
No,
so
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
I mean,
so
like
I
Lee
mean,
Mac. I
I
never
sit
tried
back
the Lee
and
Mac.
talk to people. I tell people, like, the days have definitely changed. Uh,
Hmm.
I mean, you got to figure, like, when me and the local hero first met, right? We grew up in the same neighborhood. We hung out all the time. It was to a point where I would be at home, sleep, and I would wake up to him sitting at the foot of my bed, like, or
Oh,
vice
pause,
versa.
pause, pause. I
I
was
go to
just
his,
sitting at the foot of his bed. I was
he'd be
eating
like, watching,
cereal, playing the
yeah,
video game. I don't want y'all to
yeah,
think I was just sitting at this man's foot of his bed. All right,
like
I
he
was
been
getting my
standing there
mooch on.
staring at me, breathing hard.
oh,
And I mean, I
I
would
was
do the
getting my.
same thing. So, like, I'd go to his house, he'd be asleep, whatever. I just walk in, oh, hey, grandma, get something to eat. I'm sitting there watching TV. Wake up, what the hell are you doing? I said, I'm just eating. Like, I'm chilling. But, like, you would never do something like that these days because, first of all, some people that you meet now, I mean, it might be somebody that you know for a couple of years and you hang out with them and you still don't trust them because you still don't know everything. And I
Yep,
mean, it's just, I don't know, the whole world has just changed. Like, it's just crazy now.
absolutely. I feel like the lot like the one now these days there's no respect. There's no honesty. There's no respect. There's no teriyaki. There's no love anymore. There's just everyone's just really out
Yeah.
to for themselves. There's no help. There's no one doesn't want to help others. There's no one that want to be there for anyone.
Nah, that's
And
exactly what it is. I mean, there's no loyalty. It's just, all right, I'm with you as long as you benefit me. Once you're no good to me anymore, then, fuck you. Like, I
you know
don't
what?
want nothing to do with it.
I am glad you talked about this story. So hearing stories, because that's what we do on this podcast. We have musical guests, cigar makers, cigar accessory makers. We have you on here, and we just listen to stories. And It's a lot of things through this podcast, a lot of cigar companies, a lot of cigar brands I would have never heard of or never tried had we not been doing this podcast. So shout
Yeah.
out to all them people that we
Yep.
did the podcast with. Shout out to y'all, everybody that's helping grow the channel. But yeah, I mean, some people like at the bare minimum, when you sit down and talk, at the bare minimum, you're gonna find something that connects us all. Period. Cigars is just the jump off points. But as you talk,
Absolutely.
I was talking to a cigar lounge owner and the owner of Table 36, my man Matt Weller, in St. Louis, and we was talking, and it's crazy how similar our paths were. But he's a skater. He's a skater, rock
Yeah.
dude. I mean, I listen to rock too, but I'm hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But our stories, like the way they just come together, and it's like, okay, we have similar upbringing, similar backgrounds. So it's crazy, like how the cigar brings us all together. Like everybody, when you smoke a cigar, it's on a level playing field. That's just it. It don't matter if you're the CEO. It don't matter if you're the janitor. If you're smoking a cigar, you're on the same playing
Absolutely.
field.
Absolutely.
And from there, you could talk to people that you normally. I've been smoking my cigar. Dudes in the car next to me. What you smoking? I tell them I'm smoking. Okay, hey, what lounge you go to? I go to this lounge. Oh, I'm on my way there now. I'll meet you there. It's crazy. And I remember my ex was in the car with me one time. She's like, "Do you know him?" I was like, "Nope." I guess I do now.
That happened to me. That happened to me last night. I was getting subs for my wife and I was chewing on a cigar. I like to chew on cigars sometimes. I don't know about you, but I'll chew on them. And I walked into a sub place, and these two millennials, they're probably Cody's friends. These two millennials said, "What are you chewing on there? What's that?" I said, "Ah, oh, we like cigars too." I said, "What kind?" He goes, "The ones from Speedway. That's a gas station." I'm like, "Oh well, you need to graduate to a little bit better cigar." He goes,
Yeah.
"So of course, what they say? You got any extra ones?" So I'm finding that if I walk around with a cigar, people say, "Hey, you got any extra ones?" I can. So I intentionally. This is a little trick. I don't know if you've ever had this, that your buddies that don't smoke cigars normally, but they're getting ready to go to a bachelor party or they're getting ready to play golf, and they say, "Hey, can you hit me up and give me a cigar?" I'm like, "Bro, these are like $7 to $10 to $15 a piece. I mean, I just gotta give these away, you know. This is like giving away food." So I intentionally buy um, factory smokes. Have you ever seen these?
Yeah, I like
They're like,
factory smokes though. It's a good cheap cigar. Like it's a good cigar. It's
but you can
and
get
if
like
people
a
throw it away, you're not mad at them. It's $3. Fuck it,
yeah,
throw it away.
yeah. That's what I give away
Yeah.
now. That's my giveaway cigar. I take off the wrapper. I said, and I just said I give them away. I said, "Oh, here," and they, especially if they're not a regular smoker, first they get the sweet. They're like, "Whoa!" I'm like, "This is a really good cigar." I'm like, "Yeah." So, but
I mean, yeah, and that's my lunchtime cigar. Like if you're at lunch and you want to smoke real quick, and you're like, okay, fuck it, I put it down or throw it away, whatever. It's not a
yeah,
big deal.
Yeah.
I do like them though, and
Yeah.
that is funny you say that because the only reason I started keeping those around, I had a buddy who went in my humidor. It was his birthday. I said, "Man, go ahead, pick a cigar." All right, man. He gets the fucking Julius Caesar, takes 3 puffs on that motherfucker, throws it down. I almost Shawn Michaels super kicked this dude. My foot was tapping. I was about to super kick him. I'm like, dude, why would you get the cigar if you ain't gonna smoke it? Let me ask y'all a question. Tell me, have y'all had this happen to you? Have you ever had a dude see you smoking a cigar? And he was like, "Hey, could I try it?" And you be like, "Oh yeah, here, I got one for you right here." And like, "No, I want to try that one." Man, you ain't putting your mouth on a cigar, man.
Nah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Like, who
I don't
raised
share
you?
a lot of things, but that's not one of them.
okay. So let
Who
me ask this:
raised you?
local hero B1 or like, oh, you guys are brothers. I can tell you're like tight. If would you let just one drag on a cigar to each other just once because you're that
Oh,
close?
tell? Oh yeah, we don't
So
drink out the
for
same bottle.
him, for him, I'll do that. Like if he's just like, "Oh man, I ain't
We
never had that one. I'll try that one." Yeah, that's fine.
yeah, we
But
don't
like
we don't
a
drink
lot
out
of
the
people
same
that
liquor bottle.
I talk to and hang out with, no, like nah, that's not doing.
But let me tell you
Like,
something. That's where it stops. That's where it stops. That's
but this is
that's it. That's the line.
I
Like
mean,
we don't drink
that's
the
one of
same
those
liquor
things
bottle together,
where
so that don't mean shit.
if you feel like you're comfortable smoking behind me, look, if I give it to you and you put your lips on it, it's yours. That's
It's
yours now.
yours. Yeah.
I don't want
Take
that back.
Yeah.
Like, cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh, who
Oh,
told us this? The funniest
I
story.
had that the
Who
other
was
day.
this?
I went to
Go ahead.
Oh, I went to the cigar shop the other day. I saw one individual was smoking a cigar. He literally only smoked half of it, put it in the ashtray, and then I went back to go sit down to go smoke my cigar. Someone I had no idea who it was walked up to the ashtray, took the cigar, and started lighting the cigar to smoke it when someone else was just smoking it.
I was about to
I'm
say
like,
that. Somebody, I can't think of who it was, but they told us a story like that. They was like, man, what is badass? So it was somebody. But he's like, yeah, I was smoking these cigars. I'm at the he's like, we outside. We at this little restaurant bar.
Yeah.
And then he's like, it was three Mexican fellows. And he's like, hey, cigar. And he was like, yeah. And he was like, oh, could we try? He was like, I got one. He's like, no, we want to try that one. He said, no, you can't try this. I'm smoking this one. He said he gets done because he
That's
smokes it to
crazy.
the band. So he gets done and he sits it down. And he said, them motherfuckers took that cigar and started passing it around to each other. Was standing in the corner. I was like, they must really want to try that cigar, brother.
Right?
Oh my god.
They were determined. Like, I could never do something like that, especially not
Yeah, I
behind
can't do that
somebody
either.
that I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's just too much shit out here for a house to be doing.
If I'm not eating you or you didn't play in the sandbox with me, you can't even drink out the same damn cup. Like the little plastic cups. If we drink it, you can't get your own cup, buddy.
Yeah,
Get your
hey,
own cup.
I'll pour you some. You're not drinking out of this one. Like
Yeah,
this one,
Hey,
this
so
it's a
we
bunch
do.
of cups over there. Get your cup.
hey,
back
kind
in
of
the
be
day.
like Full Metal Jacket when they were in basic training. This is my cup. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Yeah.
You gotta get going.
Great movie. So, hey, Loco, can I tell a little bit about the coffee? Is that okay?
Oh yeah,
Okay, go ahead.
So I just
That's
want
what
to
we
say
about to ask you.
we're about community, but we're about a little bit different with our coffee. Is that we fresh roast it right before it gets put out in the mail. So I mean, the fresh roasting is like a big deal. So it hasn't been sitting on a shelf or in inventory. So the beans come in fresh from all over the world, from Indonesia to Bali, from Honduras to Guatemala, depending on what flavor you like. And then when we get the orders in, my crew out in Cali is roasting it right then for optimum flavor and freshness. And then they pack it and send it to you, so it is as fresh as it can be before it hits you. Plus, the beans are what they're called single origin. So single origin means there's no blend. It's one bean from one region, not mixed in with a bunch of beans to get a different flavor. It's the purest flavor you can get without mixing a bunch of other beans together just to save money. So it's similar to a cigar where it's coming from one region and trying to get the best flavor and the ultimate freshness. So that's where we're a little bit different. A lot of people do like that, do that as well. But on the coffee side, we try to put out a real quality product.
So now my question with the coffee is, do you have? So I know you just said that you have the different beans or whatever. Do you have flavored coffee as well, or do you guys deal with like strictly black coffee beans?
Well, we have flavored. Right now we have hazelnut, but when we get around, and flavored will be around like seasonal. So when we get close to Thanksgiving and Christmas, pumpkin and mint comes out.
Okay.
That won't be a normal hit unless
Nice.
unless everybody keeps wanting it, then we'll keep it normal. But we'll make it seasonal.
And see, I don't know. Even if I swear there was no traffic before we started this, and now all of a sudden everybody want to drive down my street.
Watching the podcast.
Yeah, that's what it is. They want to be in it.
Let me ask you a question.
I would
and then let me say this.
I would say that it's a smart thing to keep it seasonal. Like, even if everybody wants it. And the only reason I say that is because it works to your effect. Because if it's something that's seasonal and you can only get it, in a short window, even if everybody wants it, guess what? They're going to wait until the next time they can get it. And then they'll keep buying it. I think a lot of people go wrong with seasonal things. A lot of people want it all the time, and then they make it normal, and all of a sudden it dies down. Because one of the things about seasonal items is you can only get them at that time, so it makes you want it that much more. So I mean, I'm like I'm a big dude, so I eat a lot of food, stuff like that. But there's this one candy. There's this one candy. I want to say it's a peppermint bark that comes out during Christmas. But it only comes out during Christmas. And like for me, every Christmas I look forward to it. So it's like as soon as I see it, I'm like, yes, I gotta get this. Whereas now if I could get it every day, I probably wouldn't eat it as much because I have it all the time. So it's no real big thing.
Yeah.
So I mean, I like the seasonal aspect of it. Like it gives you something to look forward to, and even though you want it all the time, you want it more when you can actually get it.
Yeah, that's like
absolutely.
Oh, go ahead, local hero. Go ahead, man.
So I want you back before your Thanksgiving release because we definitely want to talk about that. Because pumpkin spice, like everybody go crazy for pumpkin spice. But then let me ask you this question: What now? Who did you meet that showed you how to do this, or did you just learn? Did you just research it and then you look?
Okay, so this is
do it for you. Like, how did you do this?
Okay, so thanks for asking. That's nice of you. I studied, man, just side hustle. I said I want to start my own brand. And I had to find something that I love. I love coffee, love cigars. I saw that cigars was a hard entry point because there's a lot of legalities to try to get around that. So I said I want to start my own coffee company, and I started for a year researching how I could do it. Okay, I failed miserably 10, 12 times. Lost a ton of money, okay, doing it wrong, okay, but then finally just sticking it out. And that's another thing. If you're going to try to do something like launch something, whether it's apparel or your own food line or even a podcast or anything, find something that you're passionate about, because when crap hits the fan, you're still going after it because you enjoy it, okay? If it's all about money, you're probably going to be like, screw that, if it's all about money. Because one of the days you're not going to make any money at all, and passion for what you're doing. Like if you're passionate about cigars or coffee, you're going to keep going. If you're passionate about cars, you're going to keep going. So that's what I do. So I researched every night, figuring out how to do it, and just grind and hustle, and then said okay, and then figured out this is a marathon, not a sprint. So trying to go long game on it, and then I asked other people who were already successful. I actually met a guy in Pittsburgh who owned 7 coffee shops and started his own brand. I actually saw him on TV. He was like an undercover millionaire, and he was a coffee consultant for this other lady. And I just called him. I found him. I said, "Hey, my name is Mel Mendoza. I want to start my own coffee brand. Can you tell me how you did it?" And he was kind enough to mentor me. So I think that's another thing: is find a really good mentor, too, that can help walk you through it and help you not step on the landmines that can ruin you. Say, hey, you probably want to avoid this. Follow this way, be successful, and then make it your own. So I just studied and just went after it and then figured it out. So just really excited now and then like this is my first podcast I've been invited to. I got 3 more next week that already called me up. They want me to be on it. I haven't even said, "Can I be on your podcast?" They said, "Can you be on ours?" And I'm like, I'm just a schmuck from New York. Why do you want me on your podcast? I'm like, I'm just a guy that if Kevin James from Grown Ups married Imelda Marcos, I mean their baby. That's what I am. I'm just a fat Filipino funny guy from New York. I'm like Joe Coy's illegitimate son or something like that. So but I just want to and it's all about spreading love too. So but coming back, just there's so much information out there on the internet to learn how to do things. And then you just have to distinguish. Be careful. Don't pay a lot of money to people that said, "Let me teach you how to do it. Give me $1,000. I'll show you." And watch out for those people.
Yeah.
But those people that you can say you already know they're successful, you get a brand, and they say, "Okay, I'll give you show you some paths to go down." Like if I was starting an apparel business, I'd probably be begging David John to give his advice to me. So, but that's a situation of that. That's a very good question. But just trying to build a brand, man. And to see where it takes us, and then I'm trying to leave a legacy. I mean, I'm in legacy mode now. It's not about dollars. I want to touch people's lives, and it's not about how much money I make right now. It's how many people come to my funeral. That's my big thing right now. Is how many people I didn't even know that Cody was going through this crap. I'll be honest. I really didn't know he was going through some struggles. I just felt like there's a guy there that genuinely needed someone to listen to him. And I said, I guess that's why God put me on this earth. So how funny is that? I don't know.
So we gonna get up out of here. Don't hang when we done. Oh, I got something. You and Cody hit them with y'all information. Where could they reach y'all?
Go ahead, Cody.
Absolutely, brother.
You're locked up. So I'll go first. So IG Dragonetti Coffee, or you can just go dragonetticoffee.com. It's spelled right there. I'm the owner, so my full name is Melvin J.A. Mendoza. My nickname from the hood is Bellman. So Mel Mendoza. You can find me, my personal name, Mel Mendoza, everywhere. You can find my brand everywhere. Just look me up, connect. Love to hear about your stories. Love to hear about your struggles. And then how I can help you before you can help me. So that's what I live for.
Nice.
And you guys, and anyone can contact me on Facebook or Instagram, and all the information is on my profile of Dragonetti Cafe, and my code to get your 10% coffee bag. And for that bag, you get some of the money will go towards suicide awareness. And you can always contact me. You can always message me if anyone has want to talk about things or needs any help or with anything. I'm always there for anyone.
Hey, local hero, I want to come back on the show one time and I want to talk about Mount Rushmore of hip hop. You're Mount Rushmore of hip hop. That's a whole episode right there, baby. So I was there I'll tell you, I was there at Fresh Fest 1985, Queens, New York, Hollis, Dougie Fresh, Biz Marquee, DMC, Well, Kumo D, Curtis Blow. I go back to the original forefathers of hip hop. I was there when that happened. Beat Street Crew. So I'd like to get your take on you said it's hip hop. You have a hip hop channel here. I want to get to Mount Rushmore hip hop.
My biggest regret was got to see Tribe Called live. That's my biggest regret. But I did get to see Scarface's last performance.
Nice. Well, that's awesome.
Hey, I got a picture. I was hanging out in Brooklyn 2 years ago with the chef Raekwon
Oh,
from Wu-Tang. So he was a very nice person. He was very kind to me. So that was really nice. So
all right. Well, we finna go ahead and get about everybody. I'm your local hero.
He won. And y'all.
God bless you all.
As
Thank you
always.
guys.
Thank you guys
Been
so
an
much,
honor.
guys.
It's been an
No
honor.
problem.
Thank you. Stay smoking.
Thank you, Mel.
Now I gotta